everyone, what's up? Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name's Kayla. Feel free to subscribe if you like. If not, it's totally fine. I kind of get it. Today we are going to be doing a what's on my iPad video. I have really been using my iPad a lot during quarantine, which I didn't think I would. I originally got it for school because I'm about to go into my last semester of student teaching and I was really tired of lugging my MacBook around. And then I also justified getting it because I had a position at an intermediate school where I worked one-on-one with kids and it seemed like it would really help me in that position. But both of those are kind of null and void now because school is online due to Corona and I no longer have that position at the intermediate school due to Corona. So I had to sort of get creative and figure out other ways to use my iPad so that I got my money's worth. And I think I've been pretty successful in doing that, and I just thought I would show whoever's watching this video what's on my iPad and what I use it for. So I have just the regular iPad, the 7th generation one, and this ironic case is from Amazon. Thought it was funny that it looked like a composition notebook since I'm going to be a teacher soon. And it also has a spot to hold my Apple Pencil, which I deem very important because it's so small and otherwise I would 1000% lose it. So I'm gonna start off on my home page. First of all, my background is just one that I quickly sketched on Procreate. I really like simple backgrounds, that way I don't get too overwhelmed by what's going on and I can see my apps clearly. And then I also have all of my apps separated into folders. I personally am a type of person that will get pretty overwhelmed and scatterbrained if all of my apps are all over the place, so I like to just keep them in separate folders and on one page. So whenever I swipe to the right, I have my widgets that pop up. I have my Google Calendar, which used to really help me in figuring out when my Zoom calls were and meetings and when I had assignments due and stuff, but now that school's over for me, it's sort of unnecessary and it's not like I can plan events with my friends and put them on my calendar because and then I have the widget that tells me how charged my stuff is, and then I have the Bible widget, which gives me a daily verse to look at, and then I have my post-it widget, which just tells me what my most recent to-do list that I made was. So back to my home screen, I have Google Calendar as my first app because I use that a lot during school and stuff, and then I have Safari, Notes. My notes is kind of all over the place because it's hooked up to my phone and I just make really random lists and jot down things on my phone. It's super unorganized and I should probably go through and figure it out, but I don't know. I just kind of pretend that it's not there, honestly. And then I have Canva, which I recently just downloaded because my best friend is starting an Etsy shop and she asked me to make her logo. And I've heard really good things about Canva as far as creating logos and stuff goes. You can make really cool Instagram stories, cards, collages, all sorts of really awesome things on Canva. I'm excited to play around with this and see what it can do for me. So I have that app, I have photos, obviously, and then I have Procreate, which if you looked at my screen time, it probably says like 90% Procreate because I'm on this thing so much. It's, I think, $9.99 on the App Store, but in my opinion, it's worth every single penny because I use it all the time. I recently started doing a lot of digital art and then really enjoying it. I did this cute little one for Mother's Day. I just think it's really adorable. And then I did this one for Mother's Day as well. Some people kind of think that the faceless art is a little creepy. I personally think it's very cute, so I've been doing a lot of that. And then last one that I'll show you, I did this one for my best friend. It's a digital graphic of one of the photos that they took on their wedding day, and I just think it just looks so nice. So I've been loving Procreate. I use it so much. My first folder on the bottom row is called Create. It has an app called Over, which is just an app where you can put text over pictures, or you can do it in a transparent form so that if you wanted to put a text over your video or something, it wouldn't have any background. And you can also change the font and stuff like that. Fonto is another app that you can put text over photos or for thumbnails. I don't really use it that much though, now that I have Over, because Over is just a little bit more easy to use. And then VSCO or Visco, however you say it. I haven't actually logged in on my iPad because I edit most of my photos on my phone, but I really enjoy that editing app for Instagram and for thumbnails and stuff. Lightroom is another photo editing app that I also haven't logged in on my iPad. I use it mostly on my phone for editing photos. And then I have YouTube. Obviously, I love YouTube. You do too if you're watching it right now. So I usually like set my iPad up when I'm getting ready and watch videos on YouTube that way, and I enjoy doing that. And then YouTube Studio is just to look at your analytics for your video. It tells you how many subscribers you have. You can reply to comments and stuff like that. And then subscriber count just tells you how many subscribers you have. I'm at 701, so please feel free to subscribe. Then my second folder is books. I have the Kindle app. Personally, I am a bookworm that likes to have the physical book in my hand when I'm reading it, but sometimes there are free books on the Kindle app and I'll just read them if it's a book that I really want to read and I can get it for free. And then Libby, I use this mostly on my phone when I'm on runs and stuff, but you can log in if you have a library card and you can listen to audiobooks for free. You do have to check them out like you would check out a library book, but I think it's pretty useful if you're wanting to listen to an audiobook. And then my third folder is just called Fun. I am very creative with my folder names if you couldn't tell, but it has Instagram in it. This is my art Instagram if you're interested. It's called Doodles by Kayla. I just have some of my favorite things that I've drawn on this app, and I can do pictures of you if you'd like. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I can tell you how much they are. They're not very expensive, just FYI. And then I have Pinterest. I get so much inspiration from Pinterest. I could spend hours on this app. It's honestly kind of dangerous. I get inspiration for all aspects of my life through Pinterest. I think it's a timeless app and I'm not sure I'll ever stop using it. And then I have Reddit, which I don't really know how to explain Reddit. If you're on Reddit, you know what it is. It reminds me of Facebook a little bit. There's like different threads that you could read. You could search stuff on it and see what people have to say about it. Honestly, I'm not too sure how to explain it. I'm really sorry. And then Spotify, obviously, I mostly use that on my phone. I'm not too sure why it's on my iPad. I hardly ever use it on my iPad. And then Etsy, I don't use Etsy that much on my iPad either, but it's one of my favorite apps. I've been really trying to support small businesses during this Corona time because I think it's really important to do that. Like, I don't know, Target and McDonald's and things like that. Those places will survive, but the smaller businesses are the ones that I'm worried about, and I just think it's really important to support them. So Etsy's a great place to do that. And then Amazon, I know I just said I'm trying to support small businesses, but I get a lot of books from Amazon. So that's what I have the Amazon app for. My fourth folder is called Practical. I have a Whiteboard app because I used to have a position where I worked with kids one-on-one or in small groups, and it was just really easy for me to be able to write on the whiteboard and show them examples of math problems that we were doing. So that's sort of unnecessary now though. Makes me so sad. I miss my students so much. And then I have a calculator app because the iPad doesn't come with one. Find My Friends, I'm not going to open that because I don't want y'all to know where I am. In the App Store, obviously. And then the next folder is called Get Working. I have Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Google Docs, Google Slides, Files, Google Drive, all for school related things. And then I have the Post-it app, which I think is really cool because you can make to-do lists on it. And then if you just click this little star at the bottom, it pins it to your widget. And I have only done one thing on this list and I haven't even completed it yet, so I really need to get going. And then this app, I have to take a state exam for my teacher certificate, so this is the app that I use to study. It's called 240 Tutoring. If you're in Texas and you have to take these exams, I highly recommend it. It has like a bunch of practice tests. It has stuff for you to study. It's really, really awesome, and I think that it's worth the money. I think it's $40 a month, but in my opinion, it's super worth it. It already helped me pass one of my tests, and then I have my last test in June, so fingers crossed that I pass that one too. And then the last folder on my iPad is called Jesus, and the first app I have the Women's Bible, which you can choose your different version of Bible, like King James Version or NIV, whatever Bible that you read, you can choose that. And not only is it a Bible, it also has a daily devotional part, so you can read a daily devotional every single day at whatever time of day that you want. It also has a morning and an evening devotional, which I think is really nice because sometimes you just need inspiration in both times of day. It also gives you a daily verse, just like the regular Bible app does, and then you can bookmark stuff and you can highlight it. I just think it's nice that this keeps track of everything, and it's easy to come back to stuff that you find really important that you want to highlight or bookmark and stuff like that. And then I have #Bible, which is a app that also sends you a daily verse, and it plays this really soothing music for you. And then lastly, in my Jesus folder, I have the Holy Bible app, which is just another Bible app. I kind of go in between them because they all serve different purposes for me personally. So this one is more sense of a community, and you can plan to read stuff. It'll tell you what you last read. You can also choose your version of the Bible that you want to on here. They'll help you plan how to read the Bible. I don't know, I think it's a really, really awesome app. So, and then on the second page, I just have the apps that I don't use really, that I can't delete. And alright, that's everything that I have on my iPad. I hope y'all really enjoyed. I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!